Someone slipped me a note in my backpack saying, "By the time you read this, I'll be gone." Before I could see who it was from, Mr. Bradley's hand came down and snatched it from my fingers. "Passing love notes? Are we?" I reached for it. "Wait, please." He held it over his head out of reach. "You can have it back after class. Maybe next time you'll pay attention to the lesson instead of your little crush." "Mr. Bradley, you don't understand. That note is..." He ripped it in half, then in quarters, then in eighths. The pieces fluttered onto the floor around his feet like confetti. There, problem solved. My heart stopped. I dropped to my knees and started grabbing pieces. My hands were shaking so hard I could barely hold them. My best friend Jaden leaned over from his desk. "Bro, what are you doing? It's just a note." "It's not just a note." I was crawling across the floor, grabbing every scrap I could find. "Someone's planning something. Something bad. I need to find the piece with their name." Jaden's face changed. "What do you mean, something bad?" I showed him one of the fragments. The words, "Can't do this anymore," were visible on the torn edge. His eyes went wide. He dropped to the floor next to me. "Everyone, help," he said to the students nearby. "We need to find all the pieces now." A girl from the row behind us got out of her seat. Then two more and five. Within seconds, half the class was on their hands and knees, searching for scraps of paper. Mr. Bradley slammed his hand on his desk. "Everyone sit down. This is ridiculous." Nobody listened. He stormed over and started grabbing pieces off the floor himself, but instead of helping, he walked to the trash can and threw them away. "You want to act like children? Fine, but you're not disrupting my class over a love letter." "It's not a love letter." I was almost screaming. "Now someone is going to hurt themselves, and their name is on one of these pieces, and you're throwing them away." He grabbed more pieces, threw them in the trash. Students started grabbing them back out. A boy named Marcus physically blocked Mr. Bradley from the trash can. "Move," Mr. Bradley said. "No," Marcus replied. The room was chaos. Students crawling on the floor, arguing with the teacher. Pieces of paper everywhere. I had maybe half the note reconstructed on an empty desk, but the signature was still missing. No name, no way to know. Then a voice cut through everything. "Just stop it." Everyone froze. Kiana Chen was standing in the back corner of the room, the popular girl. Student council, perfect grades, perfect hair, perfect everything. She'd been unusually quiet all period. I hadn't even noticed her until now. She was crying. "Stop fighting over it," her voice cracked. "It's mine." The room went completely silent. She walked forward slowly, like every step took effort. She looked at me. "I put it in your backpack this morning before first period when you weren't looking." I couldn't speak. Asterisk Kiana Chen? Asterisk. We barely ever talked. She was in a completely different world than me. "Why me?" "I finally managed. Because you're kind." She wiped her face, but the tears kept coming. "I've watched you for 2 years. You hold doors for people. You pick up things when someone drops them. You don't make fun of anyone ever." She took a shaky breath. "I needed to give it to someone I could trust. Someone who wasn't close to me. Someone who wouldn't find it until after." She turned to Mr. Bradley. The look on her face made him step back. "You." Her voice was different now, harder. "You might actually be the reason I stay alive." He blinked. "I what?" "Not because you helped me. Because I refused to let you win." She stepped closer to him. "I've watched you for 3 years. I've seen the way you invade students' privacy. I've seen you embarrass kids for asking to borrow a pencil. I've seen you make girls announce why they need to go to the bathroom when they're asking for a tampon. I've seen you humiliate people for sport and call it teaching." Her voice was shaking, but she didn't stop. "No one can come to you for help. No one trusts you. No one feels safe in this room. You just ripped up a suicide note and threw it in the trash because you thought it was funny." Mr. Bradley's face was gray. "I'm going to stay alive," Kiana said, "and I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure you never work in a school again." The classroom door opened. The school counselor was standing there. Someone had texted her. She looked at Kiana. She looked at the torn pieces of paper scattered everywhere. She looked at Mr. Bradley, frozen in place. "Kiana," she said softly, "will you come with me?" Kiana nodded. She turned to leave, then stopped next to my desk. "Thank you for trying to find me." She almost smiled. "You didn't even know it was me, and you still fought for me." I didn't know what to say, so I just said the truth. "I would have fought harder if I knew." She squeezed my hand once and walked out with the counselor. The room stayed silent for a long time after that. Mr. Bradley tried to restart the lesson. No one opened their textbooks. No one looked at him. He gave up after 5 minutes and sat at his desk, staring at nothing. Kiana spent 2 weeks getting help. When she came back, she wasn't the same. She was quieter, softer, but she was here. Mr. Bradley was placed on administrative leave before the month ended. 32 students wrote statements about his behavior.